Hi yogis, it's Sarah, coming to you today with a beginner's flow designed for any level of practice, or if you just want to slow it down a little and focus on really mindful movement. And today we'll focus on moving the spine in all directions and opening up the hips and shoulders too. It should leave you feeling more open and more connected. As we move, focus on a really deliberate, conscious breath so that each inhale is a chance to lift through the spine and open up. And each exhale, you're really solidifying being here. It might be a squeeze of the belly to feel supported, or a softening into a shape to let yourself release a little. And, of course, move mindfully with intention of feeling good. Find this in between, like a Goldilocks, of not pushing too far, but not holding back. That balanced space in between where you feel your best. Start by coming to any seated position, and you can support yourself by sitting on pillows or books or blocks if you've got them. And as you find a seated position that suits you, make sure that you feel like you're tall through the spine. Your ribs are over your hips, shoulders over ribs, and the spine is getting really long, like even the back of the neck. You could tuck your chin in a little. Rest your hands wherever is comfortable. And take just 3 long, deep breaths to initiate this sense of deliberate breath and mindful connection. Take a slow, full breath and feel it as it comes in. You might even open the mouth to exhale slowly. 2 more. Deliberate breath in. Conscious releasing exhale. Last one, without strain, breathe in fully. And release all the way. From this seated position, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky and get super tall. Now notice this balance of effort reaching up, but relax the shoulders a little so there's no strain. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist to the right side. Right hand can come to the hip or the floor behind you. Left hand comes to your thigh. As you inhale, get really tall. Focus on lengthening. And as you exhale, roll the right shoulder back and down. Take 1 more lifting breath in and a twisting breath out. Inhale, reach back up through center. And exhale, twist to the left. Left hand behind you, right hand on the thigh. Get tall as you breathe in. Puff the heart up and squeeze the belly in as you exhale, rolling into your twist. 1 more tall breath in. Softening breath out. As you inhale, lift back up through center. Focus on that lifting sensation. And then as you exhale, right hand down next to you, left hand reaching up and over for a side bend. Don't strain, don't push, don't crank your neck. Just open up with the breath in, and then find your degree of softness as you breathe out. Inhale, lift back up through center, both arms up. And exhale, left hand down, right hand up and over for your side bend to the other side. Conscious breath. Focus on that mindful place between pushing too hard and holding back too much. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. As you inhale, lift up through center. As you exhale, cactus your elbows wide. That means to bend the elbows out to the sides and flare the fingers to the sky. Now take an extra moment here. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and feel the shoulder blades on the back. Squeeze them together, like elbows go back. And then keep the shoulders going down, shoulder blades going down. As you stay here, imagine the heart could lift up higher. And then as you exhale, soften just a little. 1 more big lifting breath in. As you exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Take a full body inhale. And a big releasing exhale. Lovely. Come to a hands and knees position now. So you roll over the knees, plant the hands under the shoulders, and step the knees back so under the hips. If you've got a hard floor, you might chuck extra padding like a blanket or a towel underneath your knees. Support the joints as you move. With your hands under your shoulders, anytime your hands are on the floor, spread the fingers really wide like a gecko gripping onto a wall. And just in that same way, squeeze with your fingertips. The more weight the fingertips take, the more the wrist is supported and safe. As you inhale, drop your belly and puff your heart, cow pose. And as you exhale, arch your spine, chin to chest, cat pose. Just like that, inhale, drop your belly, pull your heart forward. And exhale, arch your spine, chin to chest. 2 more like that. Inhale, belly down, heart forward. Exhale, round the spine, arch through the upper back. 1 more, now fluidly. Inhale, belly down, chest forward. Exhale, push the floor away, chin to chest. Lovely, back to neutral. Make sure once more your fingers are wide, gripping the earth. Tuck your toes and slowly start to lift your hips up and back. You can keep your knees as bent as you need in this downward facing dog. The aim is to be like an upside down V. So push your fingers forward to send your hips back and soften your heels down. Of course, you can bend your knees as much as you need, and a soft bend in the elbows is a nice way to support the joint too. Take a deep breath in and a soft breath out. As you inhale, come high on your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward like a little crouching position, and then slowly, slowly walk your feet forward. Bend your knees as much as you need until your feet come up to the top of your mat. Place your hands on your shins. Inhale, extend your chest forward to a halfway lift. Now pause. Weight in your toes, knees can be soft. Squeeze your belly so you feel like you can support length, crown forward, tail back. Take 1 more breath in. And then exhale, soft knees, fold forward any amount. As you inhale, stand, reach all the way up and stretch the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, hands come to heart center. Find a little space for breath. Maybe feet or hip distance that might make you feel really supported and stable. Great. Find strength through the lower body, pushing the feet down to activate the leg. And lightness through the upper body. Inhales give you height and space. Relax the shoulders and the face. Take a full body inhale. And a big releasing exhale. As you inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Place your hands together overhead if you can. And reach taller as you breathe in. Exhale, lean to the right side, keeping the belly squeezing in and the shoulders softening down. Breathe in to find a little bit more space. And breathe out to sink in a little deeper. Inhale, lift back through center. Take your time, squeeze your belly. And exhale, lean to the other side. Full spacious breaths in, give you height. And really suction the belly in as you exhale so your lower back is supported. Last breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, lift back up through center. And as you get there, cactus your elbows out wide, just like we did in the seated position. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down to squeeze your shoulder blades and elbows back. Suction the belly in and squeeze your butt too, so you feel like really solid at your lower back. And then just the chest lifts. The upper back leans back, but the lower back stays just as it is. Lift the chest, 1 more breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, stretch tall. Knees bent as much as you need as you fold forward, hinging at your hips, hands come toward the floor. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine forward. As you exhale, plant your hands and step back to plank, top of a push-up position. Shoulders over wrists, legs active. Take a breath in, and then set your knees down and point your toes back. Now it's longer than the tabletop position we had for cat-cow where the knees were under the hips. So if you need to, shimmy the knees back a little. It takes a little action from the belly to keep you here. So squeeze your butt and belly, push the floor away with both arms. You've got this. Build a little strength. Take 1 more breath in. And then as you exhale, lean a little forward and then bend your elbows so you lower slowly all the way down to your heart. Press the toenails down on the floor. And as you inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Cobra pose, pause. Now can you press your feet down heavy? You could even squeeze your butt cheeks a little to get that sensation of grounding through the lower body. And then use each breath in like a little lift through the chest, a little softness through the shoulders. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Press back to hands and knees, tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Squeeze the mat with your fingertips. Inhale, right leg lifts. Look forward. Now as many steps as it takes, bring your right knee forward and then step your right foot in between your hands so you can set your back knee down. Maybe again on a little blanket or a towel for support. And then lift your arms up to the sky, low lunge. Right knee can come a little, or right foot I should say, can come a little to the right for more stability. And you can also tuck your back toes if that helps. Front knee directly on top of the ankle. Lift high as you breathe in. Squeeze the belly and the butt as you breathe out. One more breath in here. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, twist. And then find the right hand, the back one, either coming to the right hip or to the left thigh. Lift out of your lower back and then reach your front hand up, maybe even arching it back to find a little side stretch in your lunge twist. One more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, reach both arms back up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your elbows wide. You know this one, roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your belly in, and then find that lean of the upper back, keeping the lower back stable and strong. One more breath in. As you exhale, start to straighten your front leg and bring your hands down to frame as you lift the front toes. Front knee can be as bent as feels good in your body. And don't sacrifice length in the spine to feel like you're deepening your fold. Puff the heart forward out of the lower back. Take one more breath in. You've got this. Long breath out. As you inhale, rebend your front knee. Bring your hands down to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Pressing the hands down for strength, step your right foot back to meet your left and lift your hips to downward facing dog. Knees can stay bent here. Inhale, lift your left leg. And then squeeze your knee to your nose, lean forward, and as many steps as it takes, get your left foot between your hands. Back knee sets down, maybe on a blanket, and lift your arms up. Asana, low lunge. Again, maybe a wider stance, left foot to the left. Maybe you tuck your back toes. Whatever you do, squeeze your back butt cheek, zip the belly in, and make sure that front knee is directly on top of the ankle for safety and stability. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Right hand forward, left hand back. Make sure you're still sandwiching your lower back by squeezing your butt and belly. And then the back hand, the left one, either goes to your back hip or thigh. And the front hand starts to reach up, maybe back. It's a lunge, it's a twist, it's a side bend. It's tricky and it might be a balance for you too. So give yourself a little space to breathe, to move mindfully towards what feels right for you. Treat yourself well as you move and breathe. One more in, one more out. As you inhale, both hands reach up. Exhale, cactus your elbows wide. Roll the shoulders down the back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a heart lifting breath in, and then exhale to half splits. Straighten your front leg, lift your front toes, bring your hands down, soften your left knee. Now you can tell all your friends you're halfway to doing the splits. Half splits pose, nice way to open up the back of the left leg. So give it one more breath, extending the spine, giving yourself a little bit of space. And then when you're ready, rebend your front knee. Plant your hands, you've got this. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back to downward facing dog position. You can stay right here. You can drop the knees for cat-cow or take one more flow. Inhale, rock forward to plank, shoulders over wrists. Set your knees down, point your toes back, squeeze your belly. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Lift just your chest, shoulders roll back, but feet stay pressing. Exhale to lower down. Now, take your time to slide back to child's pose. Butt coming onto your heels. Take a momentary rest. Big breath in. Full breath out. And then walk your hands back towards you. So you end up in a kneeling position, just long enough to rock your hips to one side and extend your legs out in front. Scooch up to the top of your mat. A little mobility through the hips there. A little scoochy scooch. Land your feet hip distance apart and bring your hands onto your shins. As you inhale, puff your heart forward. As you exhale, chin to chest, go about halfway down. Just one more like that. Inhale, puff open. This time, chin to chest, start to roll down and bring your knees with you. So you land softly down on your back. When you get there, extend your legs up to the sky above your hips and the arms up to the sky above your shoulders. And then just make some movement through the wrists and the ankles. Do something that feels good there. You might even shake like an electrocuted bug on its back, like a beetle or something, to shake off any energy that you don't need, any stagnant lingering stuff, or you can keep rolling through the wrists and ankles. Do whatever feels good to you. Let this be a full expression of your mindful movement and deliberate breath. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hug your knees to your chest. Set your feet down on the mat. Open your arms wide to a T. And gently rock the knees to the left. Any amount. And then inhale back to center. Knees to the right. One more either side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Now for good measure, bring your knees towards your chest, any amount, and if you can reach, hands grab onto your shins. Give yourself a squeeze, a cuddle, a hug, a moment of gratitude. And take a moment to appreciate everything that you have and everything that you are. This amazing body, mind, and heart, and your breath that guides you through. Take one more moment of appreciation. And then as you're ready, Shavasana. Legs extend long, maybe a little wide. Hands by your sides, a little out from the body, palms open. And stay for as long as you like. To integrate all the movement, the mindfulness and consciousness that you moved through with your practice. And then when you're ready, wriggle your fingers, point your toes, stretch your arms, do whatever feels good. And then find your way up to a seat. You could squeeze the knees to the chest and roll over to one side, but eventually make your way to a seated position to finish. As you find a seat, tall spine, hands to heart center. Sincerely thank you to every single one of you for carving out a few minutes of your day to connect and for sharing your practice with me, even virtually. I know that that place of consciousness and connection within me is that same place in all of you. And in this space, there's no difference or distance between any of us. So to acknowledge how we're all the same, we say to each other, Namaste. Thanks, yogis. Join me again soon for another movement practice with conscious breath and mindful movement. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.